Hello, today I am reporting for Baba News. We are going to talk about social media. There is about 39 million people on social media. In fact, 9 out of 10 teenagers have social media nowadays. Today we have a few interviews on a couple of people that will give their opinion on social media.
Yeah, I have different social media apps like Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a Hawaiian version.
Hawaii.
I got Daniel
Hawaiian version. No, stop.
probably on social media for about 5 or 6 hours a day.
Like a couple hours. Probably about 2 hours a day. You can socialise with your friends like in the weekends and holidays and after school, and you can like do homework and stuff together.
I think some of the benefits are that it's really easy to speak to friends and you don't have to actually meet them in person. You can just like text them or send them videos, and you can also like read the news, and it's very efficient and you can find out what's happening.
Well, you could speak to your friends, I suppose.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, cyberbullying, harsh words and stuff, if they're like can't be bothered to do it to the face.
I think that there can be a lot of online bullying through social media because people feel like they don't have to say it to someone's face and they feel like they're not being rude, but there can be a lot of bullying that goes on social media from like hateful comments, rude texts, bad things being said in group chats. But there are a lot of positives, but there still are a few negatives.
Yes, it can be. People can do cyberbullying and stuff, which isn't very good.
Yeah, you can because like cyberbullying and all that.
What are your opinions on social media?
I think my overall opinion is quite negative. I can see that it can be used for some good reasons, for keeping in touch with people, but I suppose in my job I see it used far more for negative reasons, and it can, certainly because sometimes when you're on social media you're not seeing somebody's face, you can't see how people will react, so I think sometimes people take things in a bad way, or people say things that they wouldn't normally say to some people's faces.
What do you think about kids always being on social media?
I think over the years, I can see there's damage in it. I think children find it harder and harder to have face-to-face interactions with people. I know a lot of children that find it hard to answer a telephone like they used to and speak to people. I think it can cause children to become quite reclusive and certainly become very reliant and constantly feeling that they need to be on it.
Do you think there should be a time limit on social media?
Absolutely. I really think there should. I think there should be time for it, but I think there should also be time to encourage people to go out and be part of clubs and sport and groups so that you've got that social interaction that's away from a computer or a device.
What do you think on cyberbullying?
Do I think that cyberbullying is a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see cyberbullying as a problem. It kind of goes back to my original point that people say things that they wouldn't normally say to somebody's faces, and it can spread so quickly and be taken out of context so easily. So it's becoming an increasing problem.
Why do you think people cyberbully?
I think sometimes people cyberbully because it's a way of venting frustration that they wouldn't normally do. I think a way of getting back at people. I think that sometimes people are a little bit cowardly. They certainly wouldn't say things to their faces as they would if they were willing to put it on a forum. And I think sometimes it's people looking for attention because it spreads so wide. People looking for any kind of attention, positive or negative.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What positive effects does social media have?
So I think if social media is used correctly, that you can deliver messages to lots of people very quickly. Because usually you have like the right target audience. Just give a push. and so it can give out lots of positive messages and affirm things to the right people if it's used correctly. That's what I'm saying.
What negative effects does social media have?
Lots. I think the negative kind of outweigh the positive sometimes. Who has access to it worries me. So sometimes the wrong people have access to the wrong things that aren't appropriate, and it's not very well tailored in some degrees. And it can be more of an anti-social media than a social media, because it distracts people from doing their everyday things that they should be doing to perform well. A kick. That's it. It stops them doing their everyday things because they're tied up in something on the social media that maybe isn't relevant to their life at all. So the nose gets the better of them.
How does social media affect your health?
It can affect positively when it's health forums and things, giving people information and directions for things. But it can also affect people negatively and mentally. It's a huge contributor to poor mental health for a huge number of reasons. Because anybody can post anything on it, and it doesn't actually have to be factually true, and then people start believing it, and people can start to unravel with their own thoughts. So it's a big topic, and I could probably speak for days about it. But that's probably enough.
How does social media impact your health and well-being?
It has some positives and negatives. Some positives is that you could talk to friends and socialise, but it can have some bad things because of negative comments, or you might compare yourself to other people online.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. As we have heard, social media has a significant impact on young children, both positive and negative impacts. We hope you have a better understanding of social media. Thank you and good night.